This is Jazz, and I am in the beautiful city of Salzburg, Austria, on the Lovelock Bridge, which connects the main part of the city with the old town. This week's musical guest is going to be the one and only Killer Jane.
Watching it rain, it's really coming down. The river's just a flowing and the water's all around. Such a dreary day, well, there'll be sunshine. Well, if not, I'll go to sleep and I'll dream of another time when I said no, 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 no. The kids are in the street, playing by the curb, laughing in the rain. Their elation is heard. Come along with me and get your feet wet, 'cause rain always takes me back to when we first met. And you said no, 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 no. Where were you when the rains came? Could have used you, baby. Where were you when I had to face it alone? Where were you when the rains came? Nights without you, baby. Where were you? You were up and I was all alone. Where were you when the rains came? Could have used you, baby. Where were you when I had to face it alone? Where were you when the rains came? Nights without you, baby. Where were you? You were up and I was all alone. Well, I was watching it rain, it's really coming down. The river's just a flowing and the water's all around. It's such a dreary day, well, there'll be sunshine. Well, if not, I'll go to sleep and I'll dream of another time when I said no, 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 no.
I am heading to St. Peter's Cemetery at Nonnberg Abbey. It's probably one of the coolest cemeteries I've ever seen. And, well, let's check it out. And I can say I've seen it because I was there earlier today, but I didn't have my camera ready. So a little bit of trivia. They won't let you put up big signs. And when there was a certain company, fast food place, I can't think of their name. If I can think of it, I'll tell you, but it begins with an M. And they have this big golden M, and I can't think of the name of it. But when they wanted to come here, they wouldn't let them put the big gigantic M up. They made them put up a small M in like a circle so as not to ruin the look of this place. I just can't think of the name of the place. So as I make my way to the St. Peter's Cemetery, I will tell you this about Salzburg. It is a beautiful city. Stevie Wonder could take great photos here. You can just point the camera, press the button, and let me tell you, everything is scenic. It's beautiful. Beautiful buildings, beautiful scenery, beautiful people. I promise you, I'm still going to the cemetery. But I forgot this store was here. This is the only place that you can buy these. And this is the first place they ever made. They're handmade. Each one of these confectionaries, handmade. I will get one and show it to you.
Please.
Four of those? No, yes. Yes, please. I had to get one of these because this is the original place where they are made. And they're handmade here. So you can get them a couple other places throughout Salzburg, but this is the real deal. Check it out. Look how good that looks. Tastes phenomenal. All right, now I swear we're going to that cemetery. This is the St. Peter's Cemetery here in Salzburg. So it's my understanding that if you're buried here, they stack the bodies up on top of each other in the graves. You can look that up on the interwebs if you want. That's what I was told. But look how cool this is. So what I want to know is, how do I get up there? I want to go up there. It's carved right into the side of the mountain. It's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of a song called Church on the Hill. So that was St. Peter's Cemetery here in Salzburg. I got wind that there's some catacombs somewhere close by too, so I'm gonna try to make my way towards those tomorrow. So I'm gonna head into the catacombs, and to get there, you go through this area here, then you climb up some really bad steps all the way up to there, and then there's another set that takes you way up there. And everything is built into the side of the mountain. It's really cool to check out. So let's check it out. We're about to head to the catacombs. Check this out. How cool is this? And the echo. I mean, this is built into the side of the mountain. Wow. This is pretty cool. It's all built into the side of the mountain. And although there's no human remains like there are in the Paris catacombs, it is still worth checking out because it's just built right in the side of a mountain. Sweet, look at those steps. Look how cool those are. Watch your head. think this is it. I was kind of expecting skulls and bones and everything like in the catacombs in Paris. In fact, if you saw the Homicide Black episode with the song Sinner or Saint, the video for that has images from the catacombs in Paris. But this is cool too. It's built right in the side of a mountain. All right, so we came, we saw the catacombs, we conquered. Now I'm not sure what we're gonna do. So a bit later this evening, well, about midnight for me, I'm gonna make my way back to the hotel and have a Zoom interview with Tommy from Killer Jane. But in the meantime, I'm going up here. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's a beer here from Salzburg, Style Keller, and it's a brewery. I know I probably butchered the name of that, but anyways, look it up. I didn't have much time to research this one, but this brewery here, it's in the side of the mountain. And they keep the beer in the side of the mountain to keep it cool once they brew it. There's not very much room on these roads. So yes, to the brewery. There's also a really cool like patio that overlooks the city. Problem is there's like 3 flights of steps to get to the bar. How do I know that? Well, let's just say I've been here once already. This one. Thank you. 5.50, please. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Beautiful view. Very good beer. Steigl, I believe. But cheers. That's one thing about being in all the European countries, or at least most of them. They're very glass specific. If you order this beer, you get this glass. If you order a different style of this beer, you get a different glass, but it's always going to have the name on it. The other day I ordered a water. I don't know what it was. Some green bottle. It came out with a green glass that matched. So it's kind of cool. You don't get that in the States as much. You order a Sprite, you get it in a Coke glass or a Pizza Hut glass or something. You know what I mean? Well, at my house you do, because I steal glasses everywhere I go. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, here's a video.
She doesn't realize he was breaking her heart. She's a little naive sometimes, and he doesn't seem to care. There's something about the way that she sees him, makes her start to cry. She keeps trying to hide it now. She doesn't want him around. And he's too blind to see it now. Cause he's the selfish one. There's something about the way that he sees her, makes him something about the way that she sees him, makes it turn inside. She tore the picture, 'cause she's getting stronger every day. And he finally realized she was gone for good. There's something about the way that he sees her, makes him stop to cry.
I'm still enjoying my beer, overlooking part of the city, and yeah, just love it here. I just love it here. I don't think I'm gonna go home. It's kind of weird, like standing here drinking a beer, talking to nobody, but I know that you're all watching this, but there's nobody around me at the moment, and everybody else is like watching me like I'm crazy. So I think after we're done with this, we're gonna walk downtown. We're gonna get out of Old Town here, and there's a park where there's all these gnomes, that statues that they have, and we're gonna go check that out. So as soon as I finish this beer, I love it. It's the cause and solution to most of life's problems. You know who said that? Homer J. Simpson. All right, we are headed to the downtown area, to a little park that has a bunch of statues of dwarfs or gnomes or something. It's pretty cool. We'll check it out. I'm in like the gardens area. I don't know what it's called. I meant to come here while there was still some daylight, so hopefully you can see this. But I'm still on my way to go see the dwarf statues or the gnome statues. I called them gnomes, but I heard some ladies refer to them as dwarf statues over here. And we are close. They're right up here. See that wall right there? There's some steps down here. They take you right to the statues, they will. Unlike the Baybach in Katowice, I don't have to hunt for these. They're right here. Easy to find. So this is the oldest dwarf garden in Europe, which means that there's more than one dwarf garden in Europe, I suppose. But anyways, that's a tangent. This was built in 1695 around about under Archbishop Johann Ernst Graf von Thun und Hossenstein. And I am not making that up. You can look this up on the internet. I will put his name here. Okay, anyways, so these crazy dwarfs are made out of Unsterberg marble, and they are masterpieces of an artist collective. So there's 28 dwarfs all there, and they were sold by auction in 1811. Since the early 20th century, most of the dwarfs could be retrieved. So apparently they were missing or something. So maybe there's one or two that aren't there. Right there, there's one missing. So maybe that's what they're talking about. So welcome to the dwarf garden. So, I guess I'm gonna make it back to the hotel, get a hold of Killer Jane on a Zoom call. In the meantime, I don't know, maybe we'll play a video here, maybe we won't, but probably a good chance there's gonna be a video right here, or maybe a commercial.
He said he'd lost her last December in the cold Wisconsin snow. He said she'd always been his best friend, sharing stories and growing old. He said he's thankful for this moment, 'cause it's hard to talk about her love with anyone I know. Anyone I know. Said he met her in the 3rd grade and carried her books home from school. He sat behind her in the classroom and kicked away at her chair. I noticed him smiling for a moment as his eyes were locked in yesteryear. He said it's hard to talk to anyone I know. Yeah, anyone I know. Oh, oh, oh. He said they married in the springtime back in 1952. They never got to leave their hometown, honeymooned at the local country inn. They never got to have a family. She said it wasn't the good Lord's will. They spent their evenings on the back porch, just holding hands and counting stars. And I guess I miss that most of all. Yeah, I miss that most of all. Oh, oh, oh. He said, I'm sorry, but I have to go, 'cause that's the flight I need to catch. He shook my hand and he walked away, turned around and said, thank you, young man, 'cause it was nice to talk to someone I didn't know. Yeah, someone I didn't know. Oh, yeah, someone I didn't know.
I am at the hotel here with my dear friends in Killer Jane. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's happening?
Well, another day in paradise. And of course, as soon as I start the interview, I get a software update. Thank you, but no. So what's new, guys? Tell everyone about the band.
Oh, well, we're hanging out here at Guntown at Club 5250 and just got done working a little bit, trying to maybe throw an EP together with it. Living on Main Street.
Yeah, living on Main Street.
Living on Main.
Yeah, so you guys are hanging in the Ian cave there, I see. Man.
Yes, Ian cave.
Yeah. So you guys started out. So Tommy, you started out like acoustically, right?
With this in this phase, yeah. I came back after 10 years of not playing and being a casino dealer and raising kids and doing all that stuff. Now they're off in college and Dad's back.
That's musician talk for saying he was stoned for 10 years. There's a camera there. Yeah.
Up in the corner.
You see it there? That's funny what you just did. That's like every kid that does that watching TV, like whenever there's a hot chick on TV and you walk up, you're like, I wonder if I can look that. No, damn it doesn't work that way. Anyway,
I've been there.
Right? So then you started playing acoustically and then kind of added this guy.
Yeah, so my sister and I started. We got back together after a bunch of years, and we started trying to get back to where I was. Apparently you lose a lot. And then I started playing. Ralph and I, we met, and we get along. And turns out he's a heck of a mandolin player.
Yeah, who knew, right?
Yeah, right. I didn't even know.
I can get into So Ralph plays bass and mandolin.
Yes.
And the radio.
Hey.
Yeah. So that was a joke. The radio.
Yeah.
He's radio. He's really good at playing the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 okay. So anyways, how'd you get playing the mandolin?
What's that?
How'd you start on the mandolin? What made you do something?
I just wanted to always play it. I just thought it sounded cool. So I, after years of wanting one, I broke down and bought one. I think it was a $50, deal of the day on a musician's friend or something, and I bought it. I've been hooked on it. Then I bought the electric one a couple months ago, and yeah, I love playing it.
Great investment. That's crazy because you play a 5-string bass, so you went from like the thickest strings to like an 8-string, smallest fret, smallest string. It's like
yeah, it's a very different. It's one spectrum to the other.
Yeah. So I know, like I've hung with you guys, and actually we all three jammed one time, and which was a lot of fun. We got to do that again too. But I know you play like a variety of covers, which incorporate the violin, the mandolin, like violin, mandolin. I don't know, dude. I don't even know what time zone am I in. Anyways, but I know like you play some Led Zeppelin with the mandolin and all that. But are you using it in the original stuff too? Because that's what we got to talk about. We got to talk about the original tunes from Killer Jane.
Well, yeah, we have one left that I was getting ready to show Ralph tomorrow night, actually, and I thought it'd be a good one. And what key is it in?
Oh, G.
What key is it in?
Wait, B, G.
No, G.
Damn it. What?
It's in G.
That's what I said the first time.
I thought you said B.
I said that too.
So yeah, I'm going to try to incorporate.
Nobody listens to me.
That's cheaper. That's all Greek to me.
Great. This is going to be a great episode. It already is a great episode.
Oh yeah,
right.
Right. So, all right. So you guys are playing around now. You're playing shows around the area. What area of the city are you playing mainly?
We're playing just right here in Guntown, Canonsburg, where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Just trying to get better, trying to get tighter. Maybe looking to add, players as our catalog grows.
Right on. So yeah, you mentioned your sister. What's your sister play in the band?
She plays percussion, congos, bongos, and everything. And she used to play with Tom Watt, the Fruitcakes, Jimmy Buffett band. Okay. They used to fly everywhere up until his retirement.
Damn.
and she still jams a lot with the jazz cats around Pittsburgh, like Kenny Blake and all the other ones that she goes. Her and my other sister Karen, they're there all the time with them. So if you're ever out somewhere and you see a little female percussion player jamming along, that's Leslie.
All right, excellent. Keep it in the family.
Oh yeah, we're a musical family. The old man's a jazz singer too, Tony D'Angelo.
Dang. All right, I gotta ask you guys, how'd you come up with the name Killer Jane?
Well, I was sitting around one night and I started thinking about serial killers, and I like the name Jane.
Right.
So I Googled serial killers named Jane, and it came up with Jolly Jane Topin from, I think she was from Boston. She was a poisoning nurse that she went to the Florence Nightingale school. She was one of Florence Nightingale's students. And then she got caught poisoning her patients. And
wow.
I started saying, Killer Jane. I kept going, Killer Jane. And I was thinking about it because I've been 2 years coming up with a band name. So I ran it past a few people, and they're like, did you say Killer Jane? I'm like, no, Killer. So on the fourth person, I was like, screw it, Killer Jane. That's where it is.
All right, what's the name of the song we're going to play?
The Other Side of Love.
What happens now to the other side of love? The other side of love. I guess I'll just go inside, if just for a while. You see, I've had my share of fun, but I think that my time it has come to come undone. On the other side of love, where you're forget-me-nots still grow inside my heart. But we took what we had and we smashed it all apart. You see, your pleasure was my treasure. No, but I buried it too deep, much too deep. On the other side of love, I watched you flying away. The other side of love, I watched you flying away. To the other side of love, watched you flying away. The other side of love, I watched you flying away. And if you think that you're too clever, you better take some time to realize what happened next should not have come as a surprise. When you heard her say goodbye with that tear in her eye. On the other side of love, I watched you flying away. The other side of love, I watched you flying away. To the other side of love, I watched you flying away. The other side of love, I knew you were flying away. The other side of love. The other side of love. The other side of love.
It is a lovely day here in Salzburg. I am standing out front of the birthplace of Mozart. 1756, he was born here in Salzburg. And if you visit Salzburg, you will see all things Mozart. Mozart cafes, Mozart pastries, whatever else. So there you go. That's where Mozart was born. All right, behind me is the residence of Mozart when he was a child before he moved to Vienna. So there it is. Ta-da! Gosh, the bells won't quit ringing. I'm just waiting to tell you some interesting stuff. But the bells. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. So check this out. Hopefully you can hear me over the bells. You see the two angels with the crown. They're holding the crown. And I guess that's Mary with baby Jesus, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, when you walk through these arches, right, as you walk through and you get closer, from your perspective, it looks like the angels are putting the crown on the statue. I'm gonna try to show you with the camera. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a try. As soon as these boneheads get out of my way, I'm gonna walk over there and do it, but we'll let them do their thing. Up in front of me, that's the fortress. And what do they call that? A vehicular that goes up to it. So that's where we're going in that general area. I am at the fortress on top of the mountain here at Salzburg. You have to take an incline or a vehicular to get up here. And it's well worth it because check out the view overlooking the city. I hope you enjoyed your time in Salzburg, Austria with me. I have to get ready to head to the hotel and then get ready to head to the airport. I am heading back to Pittsburgh to meet up with the guys in Killer Jane. They're going to play some songs and do a little interview at the studio. So next stop, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Being a kid, being wanted, out on the run. I've been a dreamer, I've seen the brightness of the sun. But I can't live here anymore. I need to get away. I need to get away. Well, I've been a monster, I've been a terror to everyone I know. Major disappointment, full of anger and full of fear. And See, I need to get away. I need to get away from you. Wasn't it you who said you loved me forever? Wasn't it you who said you'd be there forever? Wasn't it you that said you need me forever? Well, wasn't it you? Wasn't it you? You've been a martyr, your own angel and your star. Well, you never knew me, you never helped me or heard my guitar. And now I'm lying on the floor, colder than ever before. And all I've got to say, all I've got to say is, all I've got to say, all that I can say is, all I've got to say, all that I can say is I'm sorry.
All right, I made it back to Pittsburgh here at the studio, and we just had Killer Jane playing some songs. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks
Thanks
for having
for
us.
having us.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Jazz man.
Well, I wanted to have you. So, for any of you that don't know this, which is probably everybody, Tommy helped me out one time. I was doing some recording here at the studio, tune, and he knew the words, and Sean wasn't here to sing, so he came over and sang some songs for me. And then Sean came over and erased them. And it's going to be on the new Half Wheel album. So, Tommy, you were almost on a Half Wheel album.
Oh man, damn!
Right?
It was almost there.
I know.
Not even quite half wheel.
Yeah, right? It was like a quarter wheel. So,
Yeah.
tell me, let's see. So we chatted a bit on the Zoom. Okay, so first off, introduce yourself. I didn't introduce you.
I'm Leslie D'Angelo. I'm Tommy's older sister.
Yep.
And you play bongos and congos.
Yes, sir.
And you used to
Yes.
play with a jazz band, right?
Yes, I used to play with several different bands, and
Man,
Tom and I had
she
a,
still plays with them. She
I
still plays
just-
with Kenny Blake and
just
the Cats, right?
just sitting in and
Nice.
Yeah, I
Excellent.
do some jam sessions with them on in Braddock on Wednesdays.
Nice. Excellent.
Is that Peppers in that?
No, Braddock Asties Steakhouse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think we talked about this some on the Zoom call, but you play all over the place in the whatever of Pittsburgh. Would that be out by?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, we
When
used
we
to
were
play
with
a lot more.
Housequake.
We used to have a band called Housequake that we were doing pretty good.
Mhm.
It was fun. We were a little funk band and dance
R&B
band.
funk. It was
If you can imagine me dancing on stage.
It was awesome.
I imagine that every evening
We
before
had
I
a
go to
big
bed.
following, believe me.
You know,
We did.
I was a
We
break
did.
dancer back in the
I'm
day.
kidding.
Nice.
I kept trying to bring my cardboard with me, and they would yell at me in the back of the band, put it away. I was like, come on, just let me one windmill.
Nice. So you're not doing that in Killer Jane at all?
No.
No.
Killer
We
Jane.
throw a couple R&B songs in there.
Right.
Yeah, we like to do a little bit of everything.
So Killer Jane is you primarily play cover tunes, but you also do the originals, and like you did tonight.
Yeah.
You throw
Yes.
some in there.
Yeah, the idea is that, I love playing cover tunes because music is kind of one of the things that, saves your lives, saved my life. So I'm very helpful for it. When it comes to originals, I'm like, nobody wants to hear what I'm saying. And then every now and then when I'm at a campfire, I play songs and they're like, oh my God, who is that? I was like, well, it's mine. I'm like, oh, we got to do that one.
Yeah.
Well, Tom and I have been doing a duo show
Yeah, we do it.
for a while too, and we always throw some of his original songs in there.
Nice. Well, I like what you played. I mean, what you played sounded great.
Oh, thank you. Well, we
I
like
don't-
going from like one song will be a rock song and one, the next song we're doing a funk song or an R&B song. That's the fun thing
Yeah,
about
it's a
doing
pretty
covers.
eclectic set when we play out together.
Well, I think you need to do a recording of The Other Side of Love and get that on the radio station.
I would love to.
Sounds
yeah.
good to me.
Believe me, I would love to. That's the next step. I've been looking at a drummer and a possible guitar player.
Yeah.
To maybe join the fray and become part of Killer Jane and take it to the next level.
Are you considering getting a proper bass player?
I just can't believe I can't believe he left again.
I'll edit that out. We all know the answer. We all know the answer is yes.
Somebody can do laundry, right?
Yeah.
Well, once we changed him to Cyrus Moonbird, we're trying to go all the way. Change
I
to Cyrus
forgot about
Moonbird.
I forgot about it.
And he's into the Warriors really fast. We just saw we were coming through. We saw a road sign that says Warriors Avenue. I believe we're going to take it.
That's why they're saying the Warriors.
Come out to play.
I should live on Warriors Avenue.
Yeah, that's well.
Love me some Warriors.
We can maybe edit that part whenever it disappears up there. We'll replace it with the cheesy another one. We'll get the big loud sign that says "Worn Ears." Nobody will ever notice it.
Nobody. It was
So,
nice. You have a song called "Her Song,"
her song,
but it was actually Pearl's song at first.
it was Pearl's song, but everybody kept thinking I was talking about Pearl Bailey.
but you weren't.
I wasn't talking.
You were talking about your
Bailey.
guitar,
I was
right?
talking about my guitar, Pearl.
Yes.
She's named after the one and only Janis Joplin.
There you go. Does this one have a name?
Yes, that is
Ruth.
Janie.
Oh,
Janie. Okay.
Ruth is at the house. She's
Oh,
really
okay, I'm
angry that she
sorry.
didn't come. Ruth, she's an ovation.
All right.
Now, this is San Juanita.
San Renita.
We call her Janie.
Janie. Okay. But this is Pearl, and this is what the song was written about.
That
Did
was
you write
Pearl,
the
huh?
song on Pearl?
No, I wrote that song on Pearl.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one I wrote on Raina, who was my Alvarez when she passed away.
Uh-huh.
She broke her neck. It was
Ooh,
very
very sad. Very
Tragic.
sad.
It was
Tragic.
bad.
Very
So
sad.
this one, she replaced Raina.
Nice. Well, hey, I am very happy that you all came to see me on the show.
Hey,
Thank you for having us.
Listen, everybody, go see Killer Jane because Killer Jane's killer,
hey,
and they're playing all around the city, right?
yes sir.
Pretty much.
Trying to get there.
Trying to get there. So go support them. We'll see you next time on Jazz's Rockin' Roadshow.
Jazz's Rockin' Roadshow.
Thank you.